And welcome everybody to another Mark Bishop show. It's like a box of chocolates. You never know who you're going to get, right? Well, I've got a top chocolate for you in this particular episode, and that she is. Shelly Berman-Rubera is the founder, president of SBR, Small Business Results is what that stands for. It's a business development and communications strategy company located in Newton, Massachusetts. Hello to all our Massachusetts friends. She's a serial entrepreneur, business consultant, emotional intelligence leader, an author, and a highly sought after speaker. So if you're watching this and you're looking for somebody really good, keep this in mind for later. And as you'll see in this interview, she brings energy, enthusiasm, and knowledge business owners need to grow and to propel your business. So if you are in business, sit down and turn everything else off and have a good listen to Shelly. Welcome, Shelly. Lovely to have you.
Nice to be with you, Mark. Thank you so much.
You've have some very powerful tips for us a little bit later on. Share with us what you're going to hand out a little later.
Yeah, thank you. I mean, you and I are coming together because we both have a great passion for business owners and entrepreneurship. And so you and I are working together to get the message out that it's possible, it's doable, and it's the one thing our country needs. Not the one thing, it's one of the things our country needs.
Well, I know you're going to talk about systematic framework is going to be one thing. You've got some other ideas, and entrepreneurs tend to have no shortage of creative ideas, but it doesn't stop there. There's a few other issues, and you'll be talking about those later. But in the interim, I want to get to know you a little bit better and have our viewers and listeners get to know you a little bit better as well. You have a heck of a career. I mean, when you look at your resume, I'm just wondering who can come near you. So let's start off with you sharing what you started early with and how on earth you started down the track of becoming an entrepreneur.
All right, well, let's make this short and impactful so we can get to the strategy part. But at the ripe old age of 22, I was in college teaching dance to get myself through school and realized that I didn't really want to be a teacher. There were no real teaching jobs, and I was already teaching dance to get myself through. And I realized that what I wanted to do was open my own dance school. So I did. And 3 months later, Kiss Radio opened in Boston, and they brought us in to not only welcome the station, but to use my company to create them a dance team called the Kiss Dancers. You know, one thing that was lucky about that, Mark, is that after I opened the school, John Travolta hit the screen and the whole thing broke open.
Wow, the timing was excellent when it comes down to that. The Kiss Dancers we're talking about here, right?
Yeah, so that's the Kiss Dancers. We were all hired me to do. We had hired a choreographer. Look at the hairdos! Isn't that a riot? And the lips on our shirts. But we were the Kiss Dancers, and we introduced a lot of big disco stars, and ended up being represented by Canada Dry. So it was big.
Well, yeah, back in those days too, Canada Dry, that was a great sponsor, right?
Great. And
now,
then
who is this gentleman here smacking your chops?
This gentleman was one of my very, very best friends. He's no longer with us. His name is Donnie, and he was an extraordinary dancer, and he was my dance partner in teaching, and he was my dance partner in performing. Love that guy. Amazing dancer.
He's dancing up there in the heavens right now. Okay. So what happened after that?
I got to the point where I just got bored, and that's one of the traits of entrepreneurship. We don't get settled in one thing. We're interested and excited and have, like you said at the beginning, a lot of big ideas, but can we make any of them work?
Yeah, right.
Right. So I went from there, from dancing, I became a competitive bodybuilder, one of the first on the East Coast, which I loved, but I also got to the point where I didn't want to do it anymore. I was tired of being poor. Bodybuilders don't make a lot of money, and it's a full-time job. So I opened up a personal training, lifestyle management company titled Professional Fitness by Shelly and Mark. I didn't get bored so quickly. I lasted in that company 23 years.
Hey, that's not bad, is it?
No, that was good. But guess what happened, Mark?
I don't know. I don't know.
I got bored. Oh, we jumped ahead. So this was me as in my bodybuilding days. This is before the rage of women lifting weights
I was
or
going to say, right,
this is
right. Oh,
cutting edge stuff. Yeah, it's a
yeah.
long time ago, but I loved it. And I
Nice shape. Nice shape.
entrepreneurial.
I got to give you that. Yeah, man. Well
Yeah,
done.
you got to.
Well done.
So it's another entrepreneurial trait. You have to be physically strong to be mentally strong to be able to handle being an entrepreneur. But back to the story was I got to the point I didn't want to do that anymore either. So I opened up a company named SBR Leadership and hit the ground running after the corporate market to bring fitness programs. In 2000, no, leadership programs, sorry. And then what happened was it was 2009, the downturn of the economy, and all external vending was cut. So although I closed accounts, it wasn't going to happen. And guess what? I didn't like corporate America. I like small business. So that's when I said, who am I really? What do I want? And 20 years ago, I opened up Small Business Results, which, by the way, is not just SBR, Small Business Results. It's also me, Shelly Berman-Rubera.
Yeah. Interesting how
Right?
that works.
Interesting
So,
how that, like I didn't work hard to figure that out. Yeah.
right, right. No, you're brilliant. You're brilliant. Tell us about the issues. I mean, you've dealt with a lot of small businesses. You've taught a lot of owners of small businesses, mums and pops, guys, gals on their own, whatever. At the end of the day, there's a lot of issues that small business owners deal with. I mean, they are the soul of the earth. They're the soul of the country. I mean, America is about small business. It's very important. But what are they dealing with today that you think is different from yesterday?
So I think there are three major issues, Mark. One is that we are isolated. Independent, sole proprietors, or even larger companies, we're very isolated. We don't have the time, the energy, or the money to get the resources we need. That's why the work you and I are doing is so important. But people are isolated, and isolation is a cultural issue. You got to have some real strong backbone to sit here and work by yourself all day, every day. Right? It's very isolating.
Very much so. And what I miss greatly too is like at the end of the week, you might take your staff and have a drink together at the local pub and talk about the week, maybe just to share. We had a great week together, guys. Good effort, blah, blah. Have a great weekend. See you Monday. There's none
And
of
we
that.
don't have that anymore.
There's
Correct.
none of that.
And that's why
what I
building
miss.
that's why building community is so important. But isolation, overwhelm. So although we have more possibilities than ever and more opportunity with all the AI, the problem is that we are overwhelmed. It's another cultural occurrence, but it's very much for small business owners. Isolated, overwhelmed, don't know which to do or what's going to bring in revenue.
Right.
And the third is that no one's making enough money. So it's learning how to scale and learning how to grow a business. But the three top issues.
They are, and you've got to make money. Well, otherwise, why do it? But I know that you have a signature program that has helped countless business owners achieve their goals. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yes, Mark. That's directly derived from my life experience. It's a 6-step formula. It has the United States trademark for the truth about succeeding in small business. And it's what I believe are the 6 most important things that every business owner needs. One is commitment. And I was thinking about that this morning. I think commitment is so important. It's like commitment is what ekes discipline, right? A wavering commitment is no commitment. But if you're really committed to having white teeth, then you're going to get your teeth cleaned. You're going to brush them every day. You're going to use whitening toothpaste. So it's a commitment. It's not something that you just desire, right? So commitment is number 1. Focused daily results is number 2. As I said, how does it get to be 4 o'clock and what the heck happened in my day? So I've created systems and strategies to get people productive. The third step is how do you differentiate and stand out? And then how do you market your business? So differentiate and market. Step 4 is creating effective business relationships like you and I are doing, because that is where your unique offer comes in. People can't replicate you and they can't replicate me. So it's our unique brand when people build relationships with others. Right. And I also believe in referral marketing better than anything else. Step 5 is managing emotion, the sheer emotion of yours, your clients, and learning how emotion governs all relationships. Mm-hmm. And step 6 is accountability. What am I doing that's working? Let's capitalize on it. And what am I doing that isn't? Let's get rid of it. And so, 30-day 6-step formula really works.
Well, I was going to ask you, if you had to pick one, what would you say is the most important thing that a business owner must do to succeed? You talked about that. You touched on commitment. Commitment is more than anything. But you also touched on the fact that you've got a wealth of experience. You've got all those wonderful years under you, all nothing, just was laid out there. You had to fight and work for everything. And there's a lot of people like you now at 50 and over, shall we say, and they're in the baby boomer category as everybody's pegged in a hole today. And there's a fabulous amount of women baby boomers that are going to learn a lot and enjoy with a new series you've got coming up as well. What's that about?
So, Mark, I'm really excited to be doing this and with you, but we've named the show Boomers in Business. And the other day I had this prospect call me, 65, beautiful woman, white hair, beautiful, intelligent. She's been a geriatric psychiatrist for 30 years in a clinic. And she said, I left the clinic last month, and now I want to turn it into my own brand and have a private practice. And when I hung up with her, I thought to myself, oh my gosh, I love her. That's my client. It was the first time I kind of did a look back and said, most of my clients are baby boomers, and many of them not only, but are women. And so we're putting a name to it. Boomers in Business, and we're going to be teaching the 6 steps that we believe are necessary to grow a business. And we want to tap into this. Yeah, we want to tap into their life experience and help them make money with it.
So if you're interested in this, folks, if you're watching now and you fit that category, a small business results is the name of the company. But if you go to the website, to look it up, it's just SBR, right? Small Bus Results, BUS, small biz or smallbusresults.com. Okay, you can read it. It's a wonderful site. There's a lot of stuff on it. You'll see the 6 steps as well, which are very, very important. And hopefully that'll come about before Christmas. And there's going to be a lot of involved with it. And so anybody really, by the sounds of things, it's designed to take somebody from now who may not have a lot of experience to here where they can really get their business going. Is that the idea?
That is the idea. The idea is to build community so that people have each other, shared experiences. And the other is to surpass the obstacle of integrity, because there's so many people that offer themselves as coaches or search engine optimization or websites, and they're not real. They're lacking integrity, and we as small business owners can't afford to get ripped off, period. So we are hoping to offer some real hardcore strategies that will make revenues grow and business owners grow.
Sounds pretty good to me. I'll look out for that. And everybody, just go to the website's probably the best, is it not, Shelly, for now?
Small Bus Results. And let me just say that if you, I do complimentary half-hour calls. You can schedule a call right on my website and see if I'm a good fit or see if there's something I can do to help you baby boomers move along. Start booming.
Shelly Berman-Rubera, thank you so much for your time, and good luck with that whole new gamut in the new year, or before Christmas, in fact, with your podcast. Boomers in Business. This sounds terrific.
Stay tuned to the Mark Bishop Show to hear more.
Take care.
All right, take care. Thank you.